Hey guys, here at Granby Livestock we're planting some oats and peas. Well, you can see the mix here in the drill, and that's all that's in this mix as far as I know. I called up Green Cover Seed. I talked to Zach there in Iola, Kansas, and tell him what I'm wanting to do, and he tells me the most economical, the best bang for my buck. He kind of knows my operation. I've done business with him there for quite a while. And so these will come up. It's just kind of like what we did last year. If you were watching the videos, and they'll grow here, and then as the kids are born, they'll be moved on to this field. They'll actually the nannies will kid just in the adjacent pasture. Well, it's right over there, and then we'll just open the gate and let them drift out into here. That's the pasture. If you remember, it's kind of tough to get them across the creek, and we had the flood there last year and everything, but we hope we don't have another flood like we did last year. We lost several kids through that deal, but you know, that's the first time that's kind of thing has happened. So we don't want to it's just a good place to kid. They got a lot of protection against storms and things if they just don't get into the flood water of the creek when it starts coming out of the banks. And this is the same field. If you see the videos where we feed, we put the feeders out, maybe you can see them up there. Same 32 or 3 acres, and it gets used quite a bit. So there, we pay rent to ourselves. The business pays the rent to my wife and I for this field, but tell you what, it's worth every penny, because well, we just use it quite a little bit, and plus it's just lays where all we got to do is open the gate on another place that we rent. And then it also, you can see the barn up there, and the loaf and shed area, and it just connects to the whole, really, rest of the other place. So if you weren't aware of it, it's time to plant your cool season annuals, if that's what you're going to do. And yeah, we have a bit of an advantage. It's because we have this tractor and drill for our farming operation, and maybe you don't have that, but maybe you've got a neighbor that does, and he doesn't plant anything this time of year. Maybe he'd come over and plant something like this for you if you got a spot for it and you wanted to work that into your plan. So I wanted to show you something here. I don't know what to do. You see this grass that's here now? This is probably a winter annual called dwarf barley or cheatgrass or something like that. But it could be volunteer oats. It's just really hard to tell right now. I know there are some volunteer oats out here because we fed oat hay, and but I feel like this is volunteer barley, at least right here where I'm standing. And it's not even the good kind of barley, but I don't know whether to come in here and spray it with Roundup and kill it. We're trying to get away from using Roundup on some of these places, and but I also know that it quite possibly could be choking out the oats I'm planting in here. And once the oats come up, I can't do anything with it. Probably kill the oats also, see. So I don't know. Not sure what to do. I'm not sure how much of this. There's some bigger bladed grass there that could be some volunteer oats. You can see that. But then there's a lot of that little fine bladed grass there. That's probably that winter annual grass. And really the sheep and goats aren't, they're not really crazy about that grass. They don't eat it very well. Really, nothing really eats it at all. Cattle don't like it. And there's some other things in here. There's some clover that I don't really want to kill out. Some hairy vetch there, looks like. See that? And there's some other various weeds in here that are pretty nutritious. So yeah, I'm kind of like not really sure what to do. 'Cause I don't want it to choke out the oats. I just spent money on buying them and drilling them. And the whole field isn't as bad as where I'm standing right here. As you can see out there across how there's those green spots. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll just have to make a decision, I suppose. That's the hardest part about this job, is deciding what to do. So hey, so yeah, if you didn't know, it's time to plant oats or whatever kind of spring, maybe grazing crop you were thinking about if you were. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in.